Is there an ancient secret as to why some of the world's billionaires give money away when they don't have to? Billionaires like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, and George Soros give away a lot of their money. Can you get wealthy by giving away money rather than wanting to receive it? Is the secret to getting wealthy more about how much you give away than receive? Even John D. Rockefeller believed in tithing 10% of his money and giving it away. The spiritual laws of karma teach us that whatever we put out, we get back in return. In the Old Testament, God told Abraham that if he gave him 10% of his wealth, he would be blessed.
Millions of people all around the world struggle every day to make money. The majority of the world's population stays poor, while the few people in this world get wealthy. Most people hate the idea of giving away large portions of their wealth. Even 10% is a lot. However, those that have made it to the top do not seem to mind and continue to give. Is it possible that there is a rule in life that forces us to give if we want to obtain great wealth? Have you ever wondered why millionaire pastor Jesse Duplantis does not share publicly with anyone how much of the wealth he gives away? In one sermon that he preached, he said that only God knows about some of his giving.
That so-called stingy business person may actually be one of the biggest givers when it comes to donating. We always hear stories about people from all religious backgrounds and faiths saying that they gave their money away to something or someone that they believed in. The next thing that they knew, their medical bills shockingly disappeared when they received a call from the hospital saying that they no longer owed money. How about those that have said that their student loans got magically wiped out because they were giving away a certain portion of their wealth? What is the point of giving money away if you are only going to have less in your pocket because of it? However, the opposite might be true. The secret of being and becoming rich may have a lot to do with spiritual karma and a belief in a higher power opening financial opportunities for you. Every faith practices and preaches that all human beings should give a portion of their money away to help those that are less fortunate than themselves. Even the millionaire financial expert Dave Ramsey says that he owes a lot of his success to tithing. Most millionaires and billionaires started giving their money away before they got rich. In fact, most say that they had low income and still gave a lot of their income away because they believed that it was the right thing to do. John D. Rockefeller was extremely poor and tithed his money every week before getting rich.
Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah, King Salman bin Saud, and Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan all give portions of their wealth to charitable causes. Another fun fact is that the Saudi royal family is estimated to have a net worth of $1.4 trillion. It is clear that no one faith or belief system will get you rich. It's more about taking a leap of faith with money. It is clear that the majority of rich people enjoy giving to charitable causes. Most took a leap of faith in their giving and received back many times more blessings because of it.
Your religion has nothing to do with getting rich. Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla, is the richest man on Earth and is considered an atheist, or at the least an agnostic. He is a big giver and enjoys helping people from all walks of life. Rich men and women have one thing in common. They all take huge leaps of faith in their giving and building business. They never know the outcome of the situation, but feel driven to accomplish their goal at any cost. For thousands of years, prophets, philosophers, and wealthy people have all taught that giving money away is necessary throughout the course of your life. If you want to test this out for yourself, try giving away a portion of your wealth that is meaningful to you and see what happens. Wait a while and see if you get back something in return that you were not expecting. Perhaps your business is failing and need to turn things around. Maybe you just lost your job and need a new one. No matter what the reason, having faith that the universe will take care of you is what matters.
Most millionaire and billionaire success stories are the same. Their wealth was built by taking huge risks and landing on luck and blessings. Many wealthy people have a similar story in which they lost tons of money by taking chances before getting rich. It's clear that faith builds millionaires and billionaires in the world today. When we give to someone or a cause in need, it opens pathways into the spiritual realm or scientific realms of existence. It causes our brain to open up with new ideas. This only happens on huge levels when we have faith in our giving. It is unclear to modern-day science as to why this happens. However, it is clear that when we give something away, We get something back in return that was unexpected. It is more of a universal law that is in our existence.
I hope that you are enjoying Ancient Secrets of the Wealthy. Please subscribe to our channel so that you can see more movies. Now back to Ancient Secrets of the Wealthy.
Let us say you earn $1,000 a week and give away $100. This would be a huge leap of faith when you have tons of bills to pay and are barely making it. However, if you did a test to find out what would happen, wouldn't it be amazing that you got back something that you found to be far more valuable? This seems to be how the universe rewards us for giving out our wealth. It's in our faith, giving, that doors begin to open for us and opportunities begin to rise. There is something in the laws of the universe that make this happen for every human being on Earth. The problem is that human beings by nature do not think this way. Most human beings on Earth want to live safe and not take huge risks. Most people want to know that if they give out $100, they will get back their money in return, or make money on that investment. Giving something away with expecting nothing back in return is not normal for most people.
If you are one of those people, don't feel bad. Training your mind to allow the universe to take care of you is not easy. It requires both faith and discipline. Start by doing something small. Once you start seeing results, you will start gaining more confidence into what this process is all about. Eventually, you will come to see this law in the universe working for you.
Most people do not want to live on faith. This is why we must respect billionaires and millionaires for taking the big leaps of faith that they took in order to get wealthy. Look at your own life. Would you give away 10% or more of your wealth right now without knowing what you would get back in return? Even Jesus Christ said to give back to Caesar what is Caesar's and to God what is God's in Matthew 12 verse 17. It is clear that giving our hard-earned money away pleases the universe in a big way. You also get to help a cause or person along the way. Wealth is measured in mind, body, and soul. It is not only about being rich, but more about feeling like your life purpose is being fulfilled. What if I was to tell you that all ideas come from a supernatural force that works with this? Call it what you want, but we are all born into this world to do something. When we grow up, our minds get into our likes. Whether it be playing baseball or working with music, we all have interests and desires. It's in our learning and perfection that makes us great in what we do as we age.
If we want to get better at what we do, then we must put time and effort into making it succeed for us. If we want to pass a test, we must study and learn the material that is given to us. If we want to become a doctor or lawyer, it takes years of study. If we want to get wealthy, it takes faith, wisdom of something that we are extremely good at, and luck. Without faith, you will never get rich. Most humans enjoy giving. We all want to feel that we can contribute to the world for the betterment of mankind. However, most people feel comfortable giving what they can afford. This mentality is often held with business as well. The idea of feeling safe and secure is what most people desire. The thought of taking a leap of faith in anything is uncomfortable. Putting a portion of your money into a business may seem too risky for most people.
If you are one of those people, don't feel bad. I used to be one of those people too, and then a miracle happened to me. I started donating to my church weekly. After around a month, I started noticing that my electric bill was less than normal and my boss at work started giving me compliments. It was completely mind-blowing.
Many of the millionaires and billionaires that you see on television often don't expose their giving publicly. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 6 verse 3, it says, "But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing." Many people believe that when you give, you should allow the universe to reward you with a blessing. If you go around telling everyone that you gave money away, then your boasting is the reward that you have received already. Therefore, the laws of the universe teach us to not tell everyone what we give away. Instead, let the universe reward you in due time. In this way, you will see your blessing unfolding in your life.
It is true that the risks are high, but the rewards are great if you succeed. When it comes to getting rich, it's more about being all into something that gets you to success. I can almost guarantee you that a person that does not give out a portion of their wealth also doesn't take big risks in business either. They are someone that wants to live securely and knowing what will happen tomorrow. They don't want to take a big risks because it takes great faith. If you sit back and ask yourself why you are not wealthy, this is the reason why. You want to live in a safety zone of knowing what will happen tomorrow. You are not a big risk taker and are never all in with your money. You like to test things little by little and never like to take big leaps of faith. You have the idea that if you can see just a little bit of success, you will invest money at a later time. However, you don't want to be all in because it puts your money on the line. The difference between that mindset and a rich person's mindset is that they think the opposite. The rich person says, I must accomplish my goal because it's my purpose of being alive. I will take this risk in faith because it can have a better outcome for me then if I did nothing.
The laws of the universe teach us that when we take leaps of faith, it opens up doors for us. Nothing big can happen if big steps are not taken. Many people will tell you that they gave a few dollars to the church last week. However, very few will tell you that they took a leap of faith and gave $200 to their cause when they earned only $800 for the week. Let us also be clear that not everything will happen for your benefit or success at first. You may have to wait days, weeks, months, and even years to see your good karma working for you. You will also face many ups and downs along the way. It's all the universe's way of pushing you in the right direction and opening up doors for you as it wills. Your leap of faith is faith, after all. You don't know what will happen when you give. However, it's clear that you get rewarded in some way, shape, or form when you give. At some point, you will have an aha moment. You will say, I think it's because I gave to that cause a while back, and now this is my good karma rewarding me for it. If you want to experience financial success in your life, it can only be done by taking risks and living by faith. If you are not willing to do that, there is a slim chance that you will ever become a millionaire or billionaire. I understand that most people will leave this video realizing that they don't want to live by faith or take risks. In fact, 90% or more of listeners would rather choose to live in security and only seeing what is in front of them. This is why only 10% of the world's population will ever get rich. Anyone that does sales for a living will tell you that living by faith is hard. However, the rewards are great and beneficial when you sell your product. Real estate agents, investors, lenders, and business owners all live by faith. They have no idea what their paycheck is going to be next week.
Now that you have an understanding of the law of the universe in terms of giving, you can now implement it in your own life. Please follow me now into the story of John D. Rockefeller. It's a story that so few people know about. However, I do believe that the universal laws of giving is what lead him to become wealthy.
John D. Rockefeller was born on July 8, 1839. He had to start working as a young boy in order to help support his mother. He earned $1.50 a week. When he brought home his first paycheck, he gave it to his mother. His mother told him that it was important to tithe 10% of his earnings every week to God. Each and every week after that, until the day he died, he gave 10% of all he earned to God. Rockefeller also explained on many accounts that if he had to tithe $1 million for the first time, he would not have been able to do it. He encouraged parents to teach their children to tithe when they are young, so that it will be easier for them to tithe when they are older and earning much more money. As a boy, Rockefeller grew up with an absentee father. The early life lessons that John D. Rockefeller had about faith and giving helped him to understand how true wealth and money works from a biblical perspective. At the end of his life, his net worth was equivalent to $760 billion in today's rate. This makes him the richest man that ever lived. Rockefeller knew that God had entrusted him with the wealth that he blessed him with because he knew that he would give it back to him when asked. Rockefeller knew that being rich meant that you had to give a portion back to the world, because it was what God told Abraham to do in the Old Testament. The oldest record that the world has in tithing is found in the Old Testament. The Jewish faith teaches that if you tithe, God will give you riches. Abraham understood this to mean that when you tithe, you build a partnership with God. You are basically giving God money back for helping you to obtain wealth and abundance in your life in different ways. In a sense, it's like God helping you to succeed in business and you helping God by helping the world with the money that He has given to you. History tells us that when Rockefeller was just 12 years old, he loaned a farmer $50 in return for 7% interest. Rockefeller learned early on in his life that he can live off the interest of the money that he loaned out to businesses and people. As you can see, God allowed his mindset to start developing his business skills for the future. It was in these early days that the tithe was working to instill good business principles with John D. Rockefeller. The blessings of giving money away are not just about money. It is more about building a spiritual protection around your wealth that the universe offers you when you give. This universal law is for any belief system. There are millionaires and billionaires that believe in many different things. Rockefeller was a devout Baptist and was known for giving and being rich. He became interested in oil and developed Standard Oil Company. As Rockefeller gave a portion of his wealth back to God, he was rewarded with even more.
As you can see, the story about John D. Rockefeller and his giving is a remarkable one. It is important to know that giving on a regular basis is hard for everyone. It requires you to have faith during the process and an internal knowing that the universe is going to take care of you. Next, we are going to tell you how Andrew Carnegie was one of the biggest givers of all time. It is said that he was an atheist or at least an agnostic. Please listen to this incredible story.
Andrew Carnegie was born on November 25, 1835 in Dunfermline, Scotland. He was best known for expanding the steel industry. He is by far one of America's leading philanthropists of all time. 18 years before he died, he gave away $350 million. This is equivalent to $6.5 billion in today's money. That was roughly 90% of his fortune. He believed that rich people should use their money to improve society. He came to the United States with his parents in 1848 at the age of 12. From an early age, Carnegie would help out people that were in need and had a passion for giving money away to people that were poor. As he grew older in life, he built libraries, schools, museums, and much more. Andrew Carnegie did not believe in any particular faith. However, it is a known fact that his family was Presbyterian, but unknown as to how strong they practiced their faith. Andrew Carnegie did not let any one particular faith rule his judgment on his life choices. He did not want to be associated with any one faith. During the last years of his life, he spent his time donating money to charities and helping those that were in need. One of the most famous quotes of Andrew Carnegie was, "The man who dies thus rich dies disgraced." To sum up his life, you can say that he believed that a person should get all of the education that they need, make as much money as you possibly can in your lifetime, and then spend the last years of your life giving it all away.
If you research the life of Andrew Carnegie, you will find that most people remember him for his giving more than anything else that he did in his life. It is clear that giving had a great impact on the success of Andrew Carnegie. Like John D. Rockefeller, he believed in giving back to society in order to make the world a better place to live in. We can learn many life lessons from Andrew Carnegie and John D. Rockefeller in the area of giving. The best formula for becoming rich, according to the rules that Andrew Carnegie lived by, is to educate yourself so that you can have an in-demand job skill and learn how to create what your mind wants to build. Next, find a way to make money with your expertise. Invest your time, work, and energy into something unique. For Rockefeller, it was oil. For Carnegie, it was steel. What do you think the world needs now, and can you find a solution for it? Elon Musk founded Tesla and Bill Gates founded Microsoft. Steve Jobs founded Apple. At the end of the day, it's you personally that are stopping yourself from getting rich. Almost all 70% of billionaires are self-made. This means that you stand a fair chance at getting rich. Billionaires like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Jeff Bezos don't have to give any of their money away to people that they do not even know. They give because they believe that it's the right thing to do. They could easily just save their fortune or give it all to their family and friends. However, billionaires and millionaires have similar hearts. They want to help the world for the greater good of improving society. Most men and women in every century think mainly about their family and friends. Most people don't give big donations to people that they don't know. Millionaires and billionaires do. Most people have the thought about getting rich so that they can help themselves and those that they love. However, millionaires and billionaires often think about helping all people and not just their family and friends. Ask yourself, when was the last time you gave money away to someone that you didn't know? How much money did you give and why? If you can't remember, that's because most of the world does not give money away to people that they don't know, like millionaires and billionaires do. In fact, most men and women find that it's pointless to give their hard-earned money to people that they don't even know. They figure, what's the point? This is a good time to check your soul and see what you need to do in order to allow good karma to flow your way. Before envying the rich, study how much money the wealthy actually donate to charity each year. Over 70% of millionaires came from humble beginnings and were not born into great wealth. Almost all had the heart to give to those that they did not know. Here are some of the names of the world's biggest donors: Michael Bloomberg, Mackenzie Scott, Jim and Marilyn Simons, Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chan, Steve and Connie Ballmer, Phil and Penny Knight. These are just some of the names of the biggest financial givers, and there are hundreds of more just like them. The millionaire and billionaire mindset is to help people that are in need. They have a passion for using their wealth for the benefit of mankind. It doesn't matter if they know them or not. If you look at the bigger picture, this style of thinking is not on the minds of 90% of the world's population. Most people wake up with a desire to help themselves, family, and friends. They often do not wake up with the desire to give money away to people that are poor, or those that they do not even know. This is why rich men like Andrew Carnegie lead the way in the possibilities of giving away money to those that are in need.
I bet you never thought how much giving has to do with getting rich. It's important to find out as much information as you can about how the wealthy donates and why. This is probably one of the most untalked about topics amongst the wealthy.
If you want the universe to give you more money, it's important that you understand how the laws of giving work first. Without a generous and faithful heart, you will most likely never get rich like the millionaires and billionaires that you see on television. Even the ancient Babylonians believed in giving food and sacrifices to idols. Their hope was to find financial and health favors in the eyes of their gods. The idea of giving something away in order to get something back in return is ancient. The ancient secrets of giving sacrifices seems to be worldwide. No matter what culture you study, giving something away in order to get something back in return was practiced. Sociologists often teach that we are living in the me generation. This means that most people are worried only about themselves and what they can get out of someone in order to benefit themselves. Most men and women frown on the idea of churches and charities asking for donations. They often say that it's wrong of them to be asking for money in the first place. It is clear that this kind of thinking was not in the heart of Rockefeller and Carnegie. They loved to give and made it a priority in their lives. It is up to you on how you choose to live your life when it comes to giving. However, as you study the lives of the rich, you will come to see that they are practicing ancient secrets in the universe that have long existed before they were born. It's clear that if you want to store up good karma, it's important to think of ways in which you can help mankind for the betterment of humanity. Let your life be more about serving and loving others and not living only for money.
Thank you for watching the Money and Business Channel presentation of Ancient Secrets of the Wealthy. Please subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this. It helps our channel to grow if you share us on your social media profiles.